What they discovered in the Vatican case shocked the world. The archives of the Vatican, whenever they are opened, reveal extraordinary levels of detail. Imagine stepping into the heart of the Vatican, where ancient corridors hold secrets that have remained hidden for centuries. Here, within the labyrinthine passages, lies the notorious Codex Gigas, often referred to as the Devil's Bible. This immense manuscript is infamous for its chilling full-page depiction of the devil, a sight that has the power to unsettle even the bravest of souls. The image is haunting, a dark figure staring back with an intensity that seems almost alive. Its origins shrouded in mystery, the Codex Gigas is a testament to the enigmatic and sometimes sinister history of the Church's collection. The Vatican's reluctance to unveil these secrets to the public is a mystery in itself. Why do the Pope and the high authorities guard these doors with such fervor? What truths do they fear might come to light if the world were allowed unrestricted access? The air within these hallowed halls is thick with the weight of centuries of hidden knowledge. Join us now as we enter the sacred confines of the Niccolene Chapel, the Pope's private sanctuary, and delve into the dark entities and concealed truths that the Vatican is determined to keep hidden. This chapel, rarely seen by outsiders, is a place of profound reverence and secrecy, where the walls seem to whisper the stories of old. The Cursed Portrait, a dark chapter in Vatican history. In the quieter recesses of the Vatican's vast art collection hangs a portrait shrouded in legend and misfortune. This is the hidden portrait of the Vatican, a depiction of an anti-pope who once challenged the legitimacy of the rightful pope during a time of great division within the Church. The painting, created amidst turmoil, is said to carry a curse, bringing despair to those who gaze upon it. The figure in the portrait, with eyes that seem to follow you wherever you go, is a stark reminder of the chaos and conflict that once threatened to tear the Church apart. Over the centuries, the portrait has deteriorated, its colors fading and canvas cracking, mirroring the downfall of the anti-pope's legacy. The vibrant hues that once depicted the anti-pope in his rebellious glory have dulled, and the once smooth surface is now marred with age. A select group of Vatican experts, aware of its existence, have kept its location secret to prevent further discord. These experts, sworn to secrecy, guard the painting's location with a vigilance born of deep respect and fear. This painting serves as a grim reminder of a controversial era in Church history, one that many within the institution prefer to forget. It is a chapter marked by betrayal, ambition, and a struggle for power that left a lasting scar on the Church's history. The Prophetic Sarcophagus Saint. Malachy's cryptic visions. Deep beneath the Vatican, entombed within an ancient sarcophagus, lies Saint Malachy, an Irish saint renowned for his prophetic gifts. The sarcophagus, intricately carved with scenes of angels and saints, holds within it the remains of a man whose visions have sparked both awe and dread. Legend speaks of Saint Malachy's ability to foresee the succession of popes from his time until the end of days. His prophecies, recorded in cryptic phrases, foretold the reigns of various popes and the significant events of their papacies. Each phrase, though enigmatic, has been meticulously interpreted over the centuries, aligning with historical events in ways that seem too precise to be mere coincidence. The final prophecy, ominously, predicts the rule of Peter the Roman, whose papacy would coincide with the destruction of Rome and the apocalypse. This prophecy, known as the Prophecy of the Popes, casts a long shadow over the Church, hinting at a future that many find too terrifying to contemplate. The existence of such prophetic artifacts within the Vatican underscores the complex and often contradictory nature of its history. The Church's selective memory, choosing to emphasize certain elements of its past while downplaying others, raises questions about what other truths might be hidden within its walls. This selective retelling of history provokes curiosity and suspicion, as scholars and the faithful alike wonder what else the Church might be keeping from the world. The Lost Gospel of Peter. In the forgotten corners of the Vatican archives, where dust and shadows reign, a whisper of discovery ignites excitement and apprehension. Rumors of an ancient manuscript, the Lost Gospel of Peter, suggest a narrative starkly different from the canonical Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This gospel, purportedly penned by St. Peter himself, presents a more humanized version of Jesus, highlighting his personal struggles and the lesser-known aspects of his teachings. The manuscript, fragile with age, offers glimpses into a version of Jesus that is more relatable, more human, and yet no less divine. Should this gospel be authenticated, it could shake the foundations of Christian doctrine, offering a fresh perspective on one of the world's most revered religious figures. The implications of such a discovery are profound, challenging the established narratives and prompting a reevaluation of long-held beliefs. Enthusiasts and scholars are abuzz with the implications of such a find, pondering how this alternate portrayal of Jesus could rewrite established biblical narratives. The very thought of it sends ripples through the theological community, as debates rage over the authenticity and significance of this text. Paranormal guardians of the unknown. Beyond the technological wonders that may or may not reside within the Vatican's vaults, it is also believed that the archives house a vast treasure of documents detailing recorded miracles and paranormal phenomena. Although this collection might lack the allure of a time travel device, the documented accounts of miracles and other supernatural events continue to captivate. These records offer a place for both the faithful and skeptics to explore and debate the intersection of faith with the supernatural. Examining these stories requires a keen mind, as the fascination they inspire is profound. They weave intrigue, supernatural charm, and historical curiosity. However, they also reflect a deeply rooted fascination with the occult and the powerful guardianship of such knowledge. The narratives of cursed relics, papal impersonators, and quests for time travel blur the lines between historical accuracy and folklore embellishments. These stories, regardless of their factual accuracy, paint a picture of how history and legend can intertwine, adding intricate layers to the traditional understanding of the Church's role over the centuries. Whether dismissed as mere fabrications or considered windows into historical manipulations, these tales enrich the cultural tapestry, combining documented events with fantastic elements that captivate the human imagination. As the Church's past stories continue to unfold, they invite ongoing scrutiny and interpretation, offering endless material for discussion and contemplation among scholars and the public alike. The Hidden Temple and the prophetic sarcophagus of St. Malachy. Beneath the surface, in the depths of the Vatican, lies the sarcophagus of St. Malachy, an Irish saint known for his prophetic abilities. According to legend, St. Malachy had foreseen the succession of popes from his time until the end of the world. His visions were recorded as a sequence of cryptic phrases, each predicting the reign of a pope and the notable events of their papacy. The final prophecy spoke of Peter the Roman, whose rule was foretold to align with the destruction of Rome and the apocalypse, the doctrine of discovery and hidden exorcisms. Another controversial aspect of Vatican history involves the doctrine of discovery. This set of papal decrees from the 15th century allowed European Christian nations to claim lands inhabited by non-Christians. These decrees supported European colonial ambitions by providing a religious justification for seizing territories and subjugating indigenous peoples worldwide. According to these decrees, lands without Christian inhabitants were considered open to expropriation, effectively denying indigenous peoples their rights and sovereignty. This policy led to widespread exploitation, slavery, and atrocities under the guise of spreading Christianity and civilization. The long-term effects of the doctrine of discovery are still felt today, with many indigenous communities continuing to struggle to reclaim their ancestral lands and recover from the deep scars left by colonialism. The Vatican's involvement with the supernatural. It is also rumored that the Vatican engages with the supernatural, particularly through exorcism practices. It is said that there is a chamber beneath St. Peter's Basilica out of public view, dedicated to performing exorcisms. Various types of objects used to ward off unwanted spirits, such as holy relics, crosses, holy water, and even the exorcism itself, are what the Catholic Church calls sacramentals. This room, supposedly decorated with ancient symbols and religious relics, is allegedly designed to enhance the exorcism process used in severe cases of presumed demonic possession. The private nature of these exorcisms fuels the broader view of the Vatican as an institution operating behind closed doors, potentially using its spiritual authority to conceal activities that could be controversial if made public. The haunted Apostolic Palace. The Apostolic Palace, the official residence of the Pope, is famous for its grandeur and spiritual significance, but also has a more spectral reputation. It is said that the ghost of Pope Alexander VI, a Borgia known for his corruption, haunts the palace. Those who claim to have encountered his spirit speak of a chilling presence and an overwhelming sense of fear that accompanies sightings of the spectral Pope. It is said that his whispers echo through the halls during turbulent times in the church, suggesting that his restless spirit may be drawn to current corruption or perhaps seeking redemption for past sins. The curse of the Judas coins. Within the secure confines of the Vatican's vaults lies another eerie relic, the 30 pieces of silver paid to Judas for betraying Jesus. This relic is believed to carry a heavy burden of misfortune and torment, affecting all who come into contact with it. The legend of these silver coins has persisted over the centuries, with many believing that their presence within the Vatican walls serves as a safeguard containing their malevolent influence. The disappearance of Emanuella Orlandi. The unresolved disappearance of Emanuella Orlandi, a young resident of Vatican City who vanished in 1983, is linked to more supernatural rumors. She disappeared after attending a music lesson in Rome, and despite decades of searching and speculation, no trace of her has been found. In 2019, a lead led investigators to examine the Teutonic Cemetery within the Vatican, where her remains were suspected to be hidden. However, the tombs were found completely empty, adding to the confusion, especially when a photograph surfaced showing a statue of an angel pointing towards the empty tombs installed years after her disappearance. Extraterrestrial technology and otherworldly artifacts. There is a wilder aspect of Vatican lore that involves hidden extraterrestrial technology. Some conspiracy theorists and UFO enthusiasts argue that the Church has been secretly maintaining evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations and their advanced technologies. They suggest that the Vatican's collection of ancient artifacts and manuscripts might include items from other worlds such as high-tech devices, spaceship parts, or even extraterrestrial bodies. Those who believe in these theories suggest that the Church intentionally keeps this knowledge hidden to control how the world understands life and technology beyond Earth. This idea presents the Church not only as a spiritual authority, but also as a powerful holder of knowledge that could impact scientific understanding and global politics. Although these stories are captivating and add a fantastic element to the Vatican, they need critical examination of the actual evidence, which remains notably absent. These tales thrive on secrecy and unverified claims, making them interesting but not necessarily credible. The stories reflect and amplify the atmosphere surrounding the Vatican, acting as a deterrent for solid investigation and an attraction for those fascinated by the unknown. The Vatican's balance between transparency and secrecy. The extensive annals of church history have numerous eerie tales and peculiar phenomena associated with ancient relics, some shrouded in pure legend. One such artifact, enveloped in a sinister reputation, is the cursed relic of Judas. According to legend, those who come into contact with it suffer greatly, experiencing intense nightmares, inexplicable illnesses, bouts of madness, and even violent outbursts. There are unsettling reports claiming that the coins not only glow with an unnatural light, but also emit soft whispers believed to be the voice of Judas, echoing his eternal betrayal. As we delve further into the corridors of Vatican power, one encounters the intriguing concept of papal doubles. This practice involves the use of body doubles for high-profile figures, especially under threat, and it appears that the Vatican might have adopted this as well. Historical records and accounts suggest the existence of doppelgangers used to protect the Pope from potential threats, such as assassination attempts. The Vatican's role in shaping historical narratives. Navigating between historical truth and doctrinal purity has been a constant challenge for the Vatican. As new facts emerge and old stories are re-examined, the way the Church handles its historical narrative is closely observed. The manner in which it balances these often contradictory demands will resonate far beyond its walls, influencing its role as a spiritual leader and custodian of cultural heritage. The decisions made in this regard not only redefine the Church's relationship with its past, but also shape its path forward in a world that increasingly values transparency and authenticity in its historical institutions. The Vatican's archives, a treasure trove of hidden truths. In the dusty corners of the Vatican archives, rumors began to circulate about a surprising discovery, a gospel believed to have been written by Saint Peter himself. This ancient manuscript, known as the Lost Gospel of Peter, supposedly presented an alternative version of the life of Jesus, markedly different from the stories described in the canonical Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The content of this lost gospel seemed to portray Jesus in a much more human light, emphasizing his personal struggles and doubts, along with the more complex and less understood aspects of his teachings. If such details were proven true, they could shake the very foundations of Christian doctrines, offering a new perspective on the central religious figures of one of the world's major religions. Enthusiasts and scholars alike were excited about the possible implications of such a discovery. If authentic, this gospel challenged the established biblical narratives, suggesting that the description of Jesus' life had been carefully curated by early church authorities to fit a specific theological agenda. The Vatican's technological wonders. There is a wilder aspect of Vatican lore that involves hidden extraterrestrial technology. Some conspiracy theorists and UFO enthusiasts argue that the Church has been secretly maintaining evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations and their advanced technologies. They suggest that the Vatican's collection of ancient artifacts and manuscripts might include items from other worlds, such as high-tech devices, spaceship parts, or even extraterrestrial bodies. Those who believe in these theories suggest that the Church intentionally keeps this knowledge hidden to control how the world understands life and technology beyond Earth. Although these stories are captivating and add a fantastic element to the Vatican, they need critical examination of the actual evidence, which remains notably absent. These tales thrive on secrecy and unverified claims, making them interesting but not necessarily credible. The stories reflect and amplify the atmosphere surrounding the Vatican, acting as a deterrent for solid investigation and an attraction for those fascinated by the unknown. The Vatican, with its extensive archives and historical treasures, effectively houses many genuine artifacts of significant cultural and historical value. These treasures span centuries, representing pivotal moments in religious and world history. However, the focus on dramatized stories often overshadows the more substantial and academically valuable aspects of its collections. It's a place where history and myth coexist, where the line between fact and fiction is often blurred. Exploring these tales requires navigating a complex landscape where reality and fiction are deeply intertwined. The archives are not just a repository of religious texts, but a labyrinth of human history, filled with documents that have shaped the world we live in. While the stories of the Codex Gigas, the Nephilim, and the Chained Angel provide fascinating glimpses into human beliefs and the scope of storytelling, they also reflect a collective interest in the unknown and the unverifiable. These narratives captivate the imagination, pulling us into a world where the supernatural feels tangible, where ancient texts speak of otherworldly encounters and divine interventions. As much as these stories showcase human creativity and imagination, they remind everyone of the tendency to prefer compelling narratives over solid evidence, myths over scientific scrutiny. The allure of the mysterious and the supernatural often eclipses the importance of historical accuracy in scholarly research. This fascination with the unknown speaks to a deep-seated human desire to believe in something greater, something beyond the mundane reality. It is this very tendency that keeps the myths alive, passed down through generations, growing richer with each retelling. Thus, the Vatican's reputation as a repository of both sacred texts and controversial relics remains a source of fascination and challenge, attracting scholars and skeptics alike, each eager to uncover truths or debunk entrenched beliefs in this venerable space. Scholars meticulously sift through the archives, seeking to piece together accurate historical narratives, while skeptics challenge the authenticity of the more fantastical claims. This dynamic creates a vibrant dialogue between faith and reason, belief and evidence. In conclusion, the Vatican stands as a monument to human history, a place where the sacred and the profane, the factual and the fictional, intertwine. It is a place of great mystery and profound significance, where the past continues to influence the present, and where every artifact, whether a revered relic or a legendary manuscript, has a story to tell. The challenge lies in discerning the truths within these stories, understanding that behind every myth, there may be a kernel of historical reality waiting to be uncovered.